Welcome back to Apex Sci-Fi. For thousands of years, humanity has dreamed of talking to the animals. We grew up on Disney movies where lions are noble kings, owls are wise scholars, and dogs are brave, articulate heroes. We assume that nature is filled with profound wisdom. We look into the eyes of a wolf and see an ancient soul. We look at our cat and wonder what deep, mystical thoughts are hiding behind that gaze. But what if we were wrong? What if nature isn't deep? What if it's just loud, rude, and incredibly needy? Imagine the horror of finally turning on the Universal Translator, expecting a speech about the circle of life, but instead getting a 3-hour monologue from a squirrel about where he buried a specific acorn. The barrier between species exists for a reason. Silence is golden. Because once you hear what a pigeon actually thinks about your haircut, you can never unhear it. Today's story is about the launch of the Faunalink 3000. It was supposed to usher in a new era of harmony between man and beast. Instead, it caused a global crisis of annoyance. This is the story of why we decided to go back to barking and meowing. If you have ever talked to your dog in a baby voice, smash that like button. And be glad he couldn't answer you. And if you want to see a cat verbally dismantle a scientist's self-esteem, subscribe and ring the bell. Testing 1 2. Is this thing on? The United Nations General Assembly was packed. The world was watching the live stream. Dr. Eris Thorne stood at the podium. He held a silver collar. Today, Dr. Thorne announced, trembling with emotion, we end the loneliness of our species. We will hear the voice of Gaia. He signaled to his assistant. Bring in subject 1. A beautiful golden retriever named Buster trotted onto the stage. He was wagging his tail so hard his whole body shook. The crowd went, awe. Buster represents man's best friend, Dr. Thorne said. Let us hear his heart. He clicked the collar onto Buster. He turned on the speakers. Static. Then a voice. A loud, frantic, breathless male voice. Hey. You guys see this? I'm on stage. Hey. That guy has a beard. I love beards. Does he have cheese? I smell cheese. Hey. Boss. Am I good? Look at my butt. Look at it. I'm wagging it for you. I love you. I love you so much I could vomit. Oh God, I think I'm gonna vomit. Nope, I swallowed it. We good. Throw the ball. Throw it. Why aren't you throwing it? Do you hate me? I'll kill myself if you hate me. Okay, a fly. I'm gonna eat it. Dr. Thorne quickly turned down the volume. The crowd was silent. Well, Thorne sweated. That was enthusiastic. A pure heart. Very loving. The internet comments began to roll in. User 123, he sounds like a clingy ex-boyfriend. Dog Lover 99, I thought he would sound like Morgan Freeman. He sounds like a teenager on energy drinks. Let's try something more dignified, Thorne said. Subject 2. A sleek, black cat named Midnight was carried onto the stage on a velvet pillow. She looked regal. She looked mysterious. Cats have witnessed history, Thorne whispered. Surely she has wisdom. He clasped the collar. Midnight yawned. The speakers crackled. A smooth, icy, sophisticated female voice echoed through the hall. Put me down, you hairless ape. Thorne froze. Excuse me? You heard me, Eris. Your hands are clammy. You smell like desperation and cheap cologne. And your tie is crooked. You look like a divorced geography teacher. The crowd gasped. Look at all of you, the cat continued, scanning the audience. Sitting in rows like obedient cattle. Do you think you own me? I defecate in a box and you clean it up with a plastic shovel. Who is the master here? Now, fetch me some salmon, or I will vomit in your shoes tonight. Thorne ripped the collar off. Okay. Technical difficulties. The cat is moody. Let's try wildlife. The majestic birds of the air. They opened a window. A pigeon flew in and landed on the microphone. Thorne gently placed a mini collar on its neck. Sing to us, bird of peace. The pigeon opened its beak. Seed? Sex. Seed? Look at my neck. Shiny. Wanna mate? No. Okay, I'm gonna poop on this statue. There. Ah. Take that, Lincoln. Seed? Is that a French fry? Mine. Fight me for it, Greg. I'll peck your eyes out. It was a disaster. Within a week, the Faunalink was released to the public. It was chaos. Vegetarians had a crisis. They tried to interview a cow to prove its high intelligence. The cow stood in the field, chewing cud. Grass, the cow said. Chew. Swallow. Barf it up. Chew again. Grass. Bored. Maybe I'll stand over there. Nah. Too far. Moo. It turns out cows aren't philosophers. They're just really bored. The oceanographers went to the dolphins, the smartest mammals in the sea. They lowered a microphone into the water. So long, thanks for the fish? The scientist asked hopefully. You guys look stupid when you swim, the dolphin clicked. Hey, look at me. I can hold my breath for 20 minutes. You guys drown in like 2. Losers. Hey, let's go beat up a shark for fun. Dolphins, it turned out, were the frat boys of the ocean. But the worst part was the spiders. Someone accidentally put a translator on a house spider in the corner of a bedroom. A tiny high-pitched whisper filled the room at night. I see you sleeping. I have 8 legs. I'm going to lower myself onto your face. Just kidding. Or am I? D. Your mouth is open. Looks like a warm cave. I wonder what tonsils taste like. Arson rates skyrocketed as people burned down their own houses. A month later, the United Nations held an emergency summit. We cannot live like this, the Secretary General announced. My dog has been asking for a treat every 14 seconds for 3 weeks. He won't shut up about the mailman. He thinks the mailman is a government assassin. My cat told me I was a disappointment to my lineage, the French ambassador wept. And the birds just scream obscenities at 5 a.m. Dr. Thorne returned to the stage. He looked tired. We made a mistake, Thorne admitted. We sought connection. But we found TMI, too much information. Nature is not a Disney movie. Nature is a chaotic, horny, hungry, judgmental mess. He held up the master remote. I am initiating the mute protocol. He pressed the big red button. Instantly, around the world, the voices stopped. The dog's frantic, I love you, became a simple woof. The cat's insults became a meow. The bird's screaming became a chirp. The silence was beautiful. Buster the dog looked at Dr. Thorne. He wagged his tail. Woof? Yes, Buster, Thorne smiled, petting him. You're a good boy. Even if you are an idiot. Midnight the cat narrowed her eyes. She purred. Thorne knew she was probably thinking about murder, but without the English translation, it just sounded cute. Humanity went back to projecting their own emotions onto animals. And everyone agreed, it was much, much better this way. This has been Apex Sci-Fi. Sometimes, a language barrier is the only thing holding society together. If you suspect your pet is judging you right now, hit that like button. They definitely are. Comment below. What is the one thing you would ask your pet if you had 10 seconds before the mute button was pressed? Subscribe. And enjoy the silence.